Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with Borussia Dortmund. Today we have got two games for you. We've got a top of the table clash, first v second, as we take on SC Freiburg in the league before we take over Hanover in the Bundesliga. I've got to say, things have calmed down since last episode. Last episode it was just awful, really, wasn't it? With how many players were getting angry with me, how many players were just getting angry with me. That's what it is. They're just angry with me the entire time. And I was a bit angry with them. There was a lot of tension in the last episode between me and the team, but I think we've started to rebuild the relationships since then. We've started to rebuild the relationships. If we look at the promises quickly, Guerrero's not happy with me because I didn't sell him. I was never going to sell Guerrero, really. I'm not quite sure how that even came about, if I'm honest with you. He's a bit cross because I've not sold him, but, you know, he's got to deal with that now. He's going to be a Borussia Dortmund player for a while, so he's got to deal with that. However, Irma Turpak is happy with me because I've been giving him first-team football, and we've only got a week left on that. Hopefully, he will stay happy with me, won't get angry with me afterwards, and it will all be fine with him. Similar thing with Jacob Brunlarsden. We've been trying to give him a bit more play time, basically, sort of rotate him and Christian Pulisic around on that right-hand side of the pitch, and it seems to be going okay because he's green, obviously. It's green here, so he clearly is kind of happy with me at the moment, so if we can continue that rotation, it's kind of good. So at the moment, it's looking a little bit better with my relationship with players. It's still not great, but it's not quite the mutiny that it was last episode. Since you were here last episode, by the way, we've been pretty decent, unbeaten. I mean, it's not been that great because we haven't played that many games, I've got to say. Last time you were here then, it was a Schalke, the 3-1 defeat to Schalke. Not great at all. It wasn't great at all. After that, though, we have won every single game. And actually, we have played a few games, haven't we, actually? So we start off with a Victoria Pleasant game in the Champions League, the final Champions League group stage game. We'd already qualified from the group, so it didn't really matter too much. But a 5-0 win with 5 different goal scorers was very convincing. A convincing way to top the group. Incredibly, Red Bull Salzburg did manage to beat Barcelona, an 87th minute winner from 80th minute and 87th minute. So they came back pretty late on to beat Barcelona away from home. So Barcelona knocked out into the Europa League. Us and Salzburg go through from the group. So all you people in the first episode, or one of the first episodes, saying Salzburg aren't going to be a decent side, why are you saying it's going to be hard to beat them? That's why I said it was hard to beat them. We did beat them, obviously, but that's why I said it's going to be hard. And Barcelona have been victims of Salzburg's decent play. So, I mean, I was right. I was right to say that they were a decent side that would challenge us. They didn't challenge us, but they did challenge Barcelona. Now, Barcelona out of Champions League, Salzburg in it. So that's a win, personal win for me, because a lot of you slated me for saying that they'd be good. And I've proved you wrong. Well, I didn't prove you wrong, did I? I didn't play the bloody game. It was Salzburg who proved you wrong. That's what it is. Back to the league, though. We did beat Werder Bremen 3-0. Axel Witsel, Jacob Brunsladen, and an own goal there, securing the win. Fortuna Dusseldorf up next. A game we should have won a bit more comfortably than 2-1. We had enough chances to win it by more than 2-1, but the 92nd minute goal makes it look a little bit closer than it actually was. We were the better side by quite a long way there. But in the end, a 2-1 result. We got 3 points, so that's all that matters, really. And then Borussia Mönchengladbach, a team that are pretty rivals, apparently. We've apparently got a bit of a rivalry with them. Again, I don't know much about Bundesliga football, but apparently there's a rivalry between these two sides. Borussia Dortmund, Borussia Mönchengladbach. I guess that's maybe part of it. Borussia? I don't even know what that even means. What does Borussia even mean? This is how much I don't know about German football. Either way, though, Paco Alcacer scored to make that 1-0. So that was going into the winter break on a winning streak there. We played 2 friendlies that don't really matter too much. We won them. Doesn't matter too much. And then last time out, we beat RB Salzburg. Not Salzburg, Leipzig this time. Red Bull Leipzig 2-0. Maximilian Philipp and Paco Alcacer getting themselves on the score sheet. So, a lot of wins. It's been good play, to be fair. A lot of wins, some good play. We go into the second half of the season, top of the table. 17 games played, 39 points. 2 points ahead of Freiburg, so a win today is crucial. We could go 5 points clear out top of the table if we win today. Of course, we could go 1 point behind Freiburg if they win today. So it's going to be a very, very tough game. Bayer Leverkusen and Red Bull Leipzig not far behind either. We're only 4 points clear of Leipzig, 3 points clear of Bayer Leverkusen. So it's still very, very tight at the top of the table at the midway point of the season. Champions League-wise, we have been drawn against Juventus. So that's going to be a pretty tough challenge. I reckon we could get past Juventus, but of course, they do have Cristiano Ronaldo now, but they did come second in the group. We came first in our group, so it's going to be a tough game either way. There's no easy game in the Champions League, really, so it's going to be a tough game, but we're looking forward to that challenge. Incredibly, no injuries as well. No injuries to report on right now. Marco Reus just got back from his broken lower arm, so he's all right to play. Thomas Delaney is starting to get back now from his broken leg. He won't start for a little bit yet. He can play for 45 minutes, but I don't want to play him just yet. Maybe in a few games' time, he'll get a few games, but Thomas Delaney is the best midfielder, or one of the best midfielders that we've got. Obviously, he's broke his leg in the first game of the season, I think it was. And since then, he's actually gone down quite a bit in current ability. I think he was near the 4-star mark, actually. Has gone down, as you would expect, with a broken leg being on the sidelines for so long. Well, that does mean, though, for the first time in a long time, I pretty much have free pick of whoever I want in my starting lineup. Although we're not going to play Delaney, because, of course, I just said, he's still a little bit injured. Other than that, I think we're pretty much at a full-strength lineup. So Berkey is in goal with Guerrero at left back, Akanji at centre back, and Hakimi at right back. Turpak is in the centre back as well because he wants to play football. So we're going to still play him a little bit just to make sure he does stay happy with me. As soon as he's happy again, he'll be out of the team and someone else will come back in for him. But he's got to stay in there to keep himself happy. Witsel in that CDM role with Dahoud and Weigl just ahead of them in that central midfielder. Royce on the left. Brun Larsen comes in for this game because I think does he come in for this game? We've been trying to rotate him and Pulisic around just to keep them both happy. I can't remember who played last game. I played it a few days ago, actually. So it's one of the two. But we're going to stick with Brun Larsen for now. And, of course, Paco Alcacer is starting up front. Right, then kickoff is upon us today. We are at home, so we should have the home advantage. We should be favourites for this game. I mean, Freiburg have no right to be challenging for top of the table, really. They shouldn't be up there, but they are. So, obviously, they're doing very, very well this season. They're going to be a tough team to beat. If we can beat them today, it's going to be huge in the context of the season. It could put us 5 points clear out of the top of the table as well, which is really interesting. That could be really, really useful. First highlight of the game, though, looks like it's coming towards us as Julian Weigl puts out towards Guerrero, in towards Dahoud, in towards Marco Reus. Brun Larsen on the ball, puts it in the back of the net, and he's trying to show why he should be picked on that right-hand side of the pitch instead of Pulisic. Pulisic's been playing well, but actually, I'm going to say Brun Larsen has probably... the VAR is now being used. Now, it's not actually that exciting. When they said that the VAR was going to be implemented into this game, he's awarded the goal. I'm not quite sure why he wouldn't have awarded the goal. But when Football Manager announced that the VAR was going to be used in the game when, the Bundesliga uses VAR in real life, so it's in-game. The Premier League, for example, doesn't use VAR in real life, so it's not in the game for the Premier League. I thought what might happen is it would pop up on the screen and actually show you, like, look at this replay, but it doesn't. All you see is the referee just go to the side of the pitch and pretend to look at a screen, and then it might tell you scored, might tell you didn't score, might tell you it's a red card, might tell you it's not a red card. It's just, I don't think it really adds much to the game. If anything, it just slows it down a little bit. So I'm not really that, just like VAR in real life, I'm not that much of a big fan of it. Either way, though, we are 1-0 up now in this game, so that's very, very good. Bayer Leverkusen and Leipzig winning their games as well by looks of things. So they carry on advancing up the table a little bit. So we're only 3 points clear of Leverkusen, but it's still a good 3 points. 3 points is 3 points. That's a win. So it's good to be 3 points clear. Got another chance now. There is Brun Larsen on the ball, puts it into Dahoud on the edge of the area, who skips past his men there. Nice dribbling from him. Good save from the goalkeeper. I think it was off target, actually, anyway. We win the corner. Guerrero is putting the corner in onto the head of a defender, actually. Goes back to Guerrero, who can put the ball back in to Witsel on the edge of the area. Weigl with a shot from the edge of a D there. Puts it into the bottom left-hand corner. And we are now 2-0 up just before half-time. This is a fantastic first half from us. I thought this was going to be quite a tricky game. Thought it would be very, very even. But stat-wise, we're on top. Scoreline, we're on top. It's looking good. It's looking better than last episode, at least, when we lost 3-1 to Schalke. I only talked about the top four, actually, earlier on the table. If you look down at 6th place, Bayern Munich on 31 points. They're down in 6th, which is bad enough. But they're 11 points behind us right now, which is even worse. So, really not a very good time for Bayern Munich in-game at the moment, as Paco Alcacer has been put forward early on in this second half, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Save, but a decent move there. We're creating these chances, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. Also, this microphone keeps, I mean, the microphone's too heavy for the arm, really. If we're being honest with ourselves here, the microphone is too heavy for the arm. It just keeps slipping down. So keep watching the microphone. It's going to just keep going down and down and down, I reckon. I need to try. I don't know how to sort it out. It's just too heavy. That's the issue. It's too heavy. So really, that means I should buy a more heavy-duty arm. But why would I don't want to do that, really. It doesn't matter too much, does it? What is interesting is that Axel Witsel has... Where to see this? I just saw it pop up. He's suffered a gashed lower leg. So it's probably best to take him off the pitch. We don't want to risk him too much. He is the star man in the midfield, really. So we're going to bring Sebastian Rode on for him in that CDM position. Can we just move this rating thing across a little bit? Because I don't quite like... There we go. I can see the ratings just a little better. Paco Alcacer not played too well, so Philip is going to come on for him as well. So make those two changes right now. Philip is more of an impact sub. When he comes on the pitch, he does do pretty well for himself, actually. Most of the second half, actually, has been pretty uneventful. We're already in the 90th minute. I mean, you can see the highlights in the game. Since half-time, there hasn't been a single highlight apart from that yellow card, apparently. which I don't even remember myself. So there really hasn't been much going on in the second half at all. We've got 3 minutes or 2.5 minutes of time to play though, so potentially another goal left in this game as we come forward with the ball. Although we do lose it actually, as now Freiburg come forward with it. Kubler on the ball now, puts it forward towards his striker, but Akanji will get in there instead. Akanji clears up towards Guerrero. We've got one more chance, or a few more chances to attack. Phillips in behind the defence there. Philip with a shot. Philip with one of the goals of the season, closed down by 3 men there, but looks like he put it over the head of the goalkeeper into a top corner. What a goal that is. And it has, I'm about to say sealed the win. Is that the right word? I wanted to say sealed, but then nearly said confirmed, and it sort of just came out weirdly. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter. We've won the game 3-0. We've won it convincingly. We've absolutely battered Freiburg, who are, were second in the table. They've dropped down to 4th now at the end. This is what I like about Germany. Everyone plays at the same time. In the real deal save we did in Spain in La Liga, everyone played at different times, and I hated it. But everyone in Germany seems to play at 3 o'clock on a Saturday, which is what I really like. I mean, everyone's played. Everyone's done it. Although this is actually a Wednesday night, 8:30. So it's not 3 o'clock on a Saturday. But they pretty much do play all the same at 3 o'clock on a Saturday. I didn't even see this in the game. Did you see this in the game? Irma Turpak apparently got an injury. He's out with a pulled hamstring for 10 to 12 days with a physio. I mean, I don't remember him getting that, but he's got it apparently, so he's out for 10 to 12 days. Unlucky son. Only 3 days off actually until the Hanover game on the Saturday, so we'll do a quick. We'll do a quick rest for some of the players actually. I do like to rest the players that have played. We've got a game in a few days' time. I think this makes a big difference. I think it makes a big see the microphone just dropped down massively then. I think it makes a big difference to player condition and how they work in the game. I think it does give us a massive advantage. I think that's why we get some good results actually when other teams don't. Now, Dahoud has also just picked up a tight hamstring in training, so he actually may end up missing the game tomorrow, which is okay because Thomas Delaney, of course, has just come back from injury after his broken leg. So potentially we could get him into the squad. Oh, Liverpool would put a bid in for Guerrero, 19.5 rising to 28 million. What's he worth? He's worth 24. And that's not enough money. That's not enough money for me. So, sorry, Liverpool, you're not having him. If they come back and offer me like 50 million, maybe I'll think about it, because then I could actually afford to get someone else in who's better than we got. But I don't really feel a need to. I like the team we've got right now is doing pretty well for itself, so I don't really feel a need to sell anyone, and I don't really feel a need to buy anyone. We'll do it in summer maybe if we do another seaam, but I just don't feel a need to do any transfers at the moment. He's not happy though. He's trying to have a chat with me, and essentially, what am I going to say? The finances weren't right in the deal. We'll say that the finances weren't right, and I said 50 million, didn't I? Let's say we want 50 million for you. Okay, we'll say 60. If they meet 60, he says 32. I'm going to go up to. He was never going to accept 60. I'll say 40, and he wants. How about if they offer 38? And that's okay. Well, we've not come to an agreement there, which is a bit of an issue, because that means he's going to get across to me again. And he's the best left back we've got, and right back. He's just the best at everything in defence. So we can't really afford to lose him. But we can, because we've got enough money to buy the players. But I don't want to lose him, because I quite like him. Either way, though, we're back in the game now. So we need to make a few changes. Turpak and Dahoud both injured. So we're going to bring Zagadou back onto the pitch for Toprak. Toprak's going to come off, so Piszczek can come on the bench. Dahoud, to be fair, probably can play, but I don't want to risk him too much. And I do want to get Delaney back on there now that he's kind of fit again. How long can he play for? Delaney. We'll put Dahoud back on the bench for Goetze, to be fair. Probably is better. He can play for 45 minutes. So we'll probably play him for the first half, maybe up to 50, 60 minutes. See how it goes. We're also going to take Larsen off the bench for Pulisic. Just going to like to rotate them. But other than that, the team is happy. I'm happy with that team. Let's get straight back into the game. Right then, kickoff is upon us once again. We're at home again, actually, in this game. I thought we were playing this game away, but apparently we're not. We're at home, so that's quite good. Hanover, of course, a decent side, I think. Maybe not so much in real life anymore, but I think they did used to be a pretty... Again, I don't know much about German football, the Bundesliga, but I did think that Hanover used to be pretty decent. But I could be completely wrong with you. I could be completely wrong. They've got a chance now, though, because I think it's a penalty. See, once again, the VAR. Now, usually... in game, I'd like to see this as a replay. Like a little TV screen would come up, and it would say like, oh, you'd see it on a little TV screen basically, see what's happening as if what the referee is seeing, but we can't say anything. The referee just goes off and he makes a decision. He's given a free kick actually on the edge of the area, not a penalty. So I appreciate that. I mean, that's quite useful actually. Perhaps that's quite good. It immerses you a little bit more maybe, but I mean, that free kick was rubbish. It didn't matter anyway. Perhaps it immerses you a little bit more in the game. I don't know. For me, it's just annoying because I've got to sit there for an extra few seconds waiting for the highlight to go. I've moved the microphone up again. Is this right in my way now? I've got a massive shadow on my face now, and I don't want that shadow. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Classic. Guerrero picked up a knock. He's literally always getting injured, Guerrero. He's literally always getting injured. How bad is it? We apparently can nurse. It's a twisted knee. We can nurse him for the rest of the game. If he needs to come off later on, he can come off later on. We'll leave him on the pitch for now, though. He's on the ball there. Doesn't do anything with it though. Paco Alcacer on the ball for us now as he puts it out towards Christian Pulisic, who draws lots of men out wide to try and get him, which leaves so much room on the left-hand side of the pitch for Marco Reus. Marco Reus, free, absolutely roaming free on the left-hand side, picks up the ball, puts it in the back of the net, and just like that, we're 1-0 up in this game against Hanover. That was actually quite a nice goal. That was easy, that goal to score. Like, honestly, that's one of the easiest goals I think we'll score all season. Hanover really did not make us work there. They didn't make us work for it at all. Defensively, they were all over the place, and because our players are so fit and they're so pacey, they can just bomb up the pitch from defensive positions and get in those kind of good positions, attacking positions. And it's just easy to put it in the back of a net when you've got a player as good as Marco Reus who can do that. I do like Marco Reus, actually. I can't say I had much of an opinion on any of these players before I started playing with Dortmund. But Marco Reus, he's gone up in my estimation. As a player in-game and in real life, I quite like him now. All right, well, a decent first half that. Not quite as convincing as the stats we had against Freiburg in the previous game, which is a little bit surprising considering that Hanover are down in 11th and Freiburg are up in 2nd. But we're still winning. We're still winning the game right now, which is pretty good stuff. Looks like Leipzig are drawing. Bayer Leverkusen aren't playing, actually, but it looks like Leipzig are drawing. So they go ahead of Leverkusen on goal difference, actually, equal points. But importantly, that does mean we're 6 points clear of Leipzig right now as Thomas Delaney back on his first game back, actually, after injury. Puts it in the back of the net. I was about to say we should take him off in 5 minutes or so. We'll give him another 5 minutes, maybe to 60 minutes. We'll take him off at 60 minutes alongside Guerrero and actually maybe Julian Weigl. Maybe we'll make all 3 subs at the same time just to mitigate things. And in fact, we'll probably do that now. So Delaney's coming off because he's just come back from injury. We don't want to risk him too much. So Dahoud can come on for Delaney. We're going to bring on Sebastian Rode for Julian Weigl as well, just because he's on a yellow card, don't want him being sent off. And then Guerrero has picked up an injury, so Piszczek is going to come on for him. So all 3 subs at the same time, all done and dusted. Let's see the game out now for the next half an hour or so. Get the 3 points. That's what we need. Another chance for it to come forward now as Rode puts the ball forward towards Pulisic and manages to put it in the back of the net. His 5th goal of the season. A superb assist and a superb finish as well. 3-0 up in this game. It's been a very, very good episode in terms of scoring goals and good, solid defensive performances. Honestly, I didn't think we'd actually have... I thought we'd be up there in the Champions League places this season, but I didn't think we'd actually win the league. I thought, Bayern Munich would just absolutely romp over everyone. And clearly they're not, because they're down in 7th place right now. I haven't played since last game actually yet, so they haven't yet to play this weekend. But still down in 7th place, struggling quite a bit. Could drop down as low as 10th if they fail to win in the next few games, which is pretty poor for them. Like, they must be having some serious management issues there. At Borussia Dortmund, though, there are no serious management issues. Maybe perhaps in terms of how I handle my players, because a lot of them were very cross with me last episode, and perhaps we could have a few more cross ones this episode, especially Guerrero, who wants to move to Liverpool, just move away from Dortmund apparently, which is a little bit annoying. But Borussia Dortmund 3, Hanover 0 is the final result here as Berkey just clears the ball up. Full time. We've had 2 3-0 wins today, 6 goals scored, 0 goals conceded. It's been a good episode. So Guerrero only out for 4 to 7 days, so he could actually be back for this Eintracht Frankfurt game in a week's time, which is pretty good. Pulisic with 2 assists and 1 goal there, played very, very well. You see the dilemma I've got on that right-hand side of the pitch. I rotate them, the Pulisic and Larsen, and they both seem to do very well when they play. So it's a bit of a selection nightmare, but it's a good one to have. Right then, next episode, I reckon we'll probably end up doing Juventus and Nuremberg. I think that seems most likely and logical to me. Juventus in the Champions League and Nuremberg in the league. So pretty quick one to get around to next episode, but it's going to be a good episode nonetheless. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you're new around here, make sure you do subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time for some more Football Manager 2019 action.